Welcome back to GraveyardDance.com. This week, we want to tell you about a truly iconic American icon who did a lot for his country and his fellow Americans. He also did a lot for country music in general. Before we get to all that though, let's take a second to tell you about another great effort that also does a lot of good to help those who need us the most, and that is Eyes of a Dog. At eyesofadog.com, you can find anything you're looking for. You want a Chihuahua? They have M. You want a big dog for protection? They have those too. If you're looking for a new kitty to spoil rotten, you guessed it. You can find it all at eyesofadog.com. There's nothing to sign up for. You don't have to join anything. If you're on a cell phone, just click those little bars in the upper corner and simply click your state, and then scroll through all the rescues to find the perfect addition to your family. With all that out of the way, let's move on to today's story. Grab a snack and a cuddle buddy and enjoy the video. A thumbs up and a subscribe if you haven't already would sure be appreciated. Toby Keith Koval was born in Clinton, Oklahoma. However, he grew up on a farm in Moore, Oklahoma, where he developed a love for music and the outdoors. Keith's grandmother owned a supper club in Oklahoma, where he would often perform. He began playing music at a young age, influenced by the likes of Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings. After dropping out of high school, Keith worked in the oil fields and played football. However, his passion for music led him to form a band called Easy Money, which played local bars and clubs. In the early 1990s, Keith moved to Nashville to pursue a music career, but set a personal deadline for success. Toby Keith reportedly told himself that if he didn't achieve a breakthrough in country music by the time he turned 40, he would return to a regular job to provide stability for his family. This self-imposed timeline added urgency to his efforts. Fortunately, he didn't have to wait that long. He distributed demo tapes to various record labels, but was met with rejection. Undeterred, Keith continued to write songs and perform. He eventually caught the attention of Mercury Records, which signed him in 1993. Keith's debut single, Should Have Been a Cowboy, was released in 1993 and became a huge success, reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. His debut album, Toby Keith, was released in 1993 and was certified platinum. Keith's subsequent albums, Boomtown, released in '94, and Blue Moon, released in '96, solidified his position as a rising star in country music. Throughout his career, Keith has released numerous hit singles including How Do You Like Me Now?, You Shouldn't Kiss Me Like That, and Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. Keith had collaborated with numerous artists, including Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and Merle Haggard. He has also performed with artists from other genres, such as Jimmy Buffett and Sammy Hagar. Willie Nelson has often spoken warmly of Toby Keith and their collaboration on Beer for My Horses. He once shared how Toby approached him with the song idea, saying, "This is a little off the beaten path, but I think you'll love it." Willie admired Toby's confidence and willingness to push boundaries, especially since the song had a quirky theme about old-fashioned justice and camaraderie. During the recording, Willie noticed Toby's meticulousness in ensuring the song stayed true to both their styles. After they performed it live for the first time, Willie reportedly joked, "Well, that'll either make us outlaws again or get us deputized." The song became a hit, and Willie credited Toby's fearless attitude for its success. Blake Shelton often credits Toby Keith as one of the artists who helped guide him early in his career. Blake has shared a story about how Toby gave him some of the best advice when they toured together in the early 2000s. After one performance, Blake felt unsure about how to connect with the audience better. Toby pulled him aside and said, "Just tell Em a story. You're already a country boy, so let them hear that in every song and every joke." Blake recalls being amazed by Toby's ability to control a crowd with a mix of humor and humility. He said, "Toby doesn't just sing songs. He lets people feel like they're part of his world. That's something I've tried to carry with me." Reba McEntire once shared a touching story about Toby's generosity during a difficult time in her life. After the tragic plane crash that took the lives of members of her band in 1991, Toby reached out to her even though they hadn't worked closely before. Reba said, "Toby was one of the first people to remind me that the country music family sticks together. He didn't just send flowers, he called, wrote, and showed up." Years later, when Reba attended one of Toby's charity events for his OK Kids Choral Foundation, she noted that his commitment to helping others was deeply personal. "Toby's a big, loud, fun guy, but he's got one of the biggest hearts in this business," she said. As loved as he was by most, it wasn't that way for all. There was a feud that went all the way back to the early 2000s between him and the Dixie Chicks, or simply, the Chicks as they're called now. His feud was particularly their lead singer, Natalie Maines. It all began when Natalie bashed one of his songs, one that was really important to him at the time, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, the Angry American. This 2002 song was written in response to the 9/11 attacks and is unabashedly patriotic, with lyrics like, "We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way." While the song was a hit with many Americans, it drew criticism for what some called its aggressive tone. Maines publicly criticized Keith's song, calling it ignorant and implying it was overly simplistic and jingoistic. Her comments sparked the beginning of their feud. If all that wasn't bad enough, she drew further ire from Toby when she got on stage in London and said something to the effect of she was ashamed to be from the same state as the current president at the time, George Bush, whom Toby was friends with and had publicly supported. Keith responded with sharp words, calling Maines' comments uninformed. He even used a photo of Natalie Maines with Saddam Hussein, altered as satire, as part of his concert visuals, further inflaming tensions. "I'm not really sure, but I heard from a friend who works closely within the music community in Nashville that they had eventually made up and decided to forgive and forget the feud." In addition to his music career, Keith had also acted in several films and television shows, including Broken Bridges and Beer for My Horses. Keith won numerous awards for his music, including several Academy of Country Music Awards and Country Music Association Awards. Throughout his career, Keith was known for his patriotic and often provocative lyrics. His song, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, the Angry American, was written in response to the 9/11 attacks and became a rallying cry for American patriotism. Keith has also been involved in various philanthropic efforts, including supporting the United Service Organizations and performing for troops overseas. In 2003, Keith performed at the Pentagon to honor the victims of the 9/11 attacks. He also performed at numerous benefit concerts, including the Tsunami Relief Concert in 2005. Keith was married to his wife, Trisha Lucas, since 1984. The couple has 3 children together. Throughout his career, Keith was known for his down-to-earth personality and his commitment to his fans. He was named one of the most influential people in the world by Time magazine. Keith was also involved in various business ventures, including his own record label, Show Dog Universal Music. He also partnered with various brands, including Ford and Budweiser. In 2011, Keith was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He was also inducted into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame and the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. Throughout his career, Keith has been known for his energetic live performances. He has toured extensively and has performed at numerous music festivals, including the Country Thunder Festival. Keith was also involved in various charity golf tournaments, including the Toby Keith and Friends Golf Classic. The tournament has raised millions of dollars for various charities, including the Oklahoma Children's Hospital. In 2018, Keith was awarded the National Medal of Arts by President Donald Trump. The medal is the highest award given to artists and patrons of the arts by the United States government. Throughout his career, Keith was known for his love of golf. He participated in numerous celebrity golf tournaments and had even designed his own golf course in Oklahoma. He was also involved in various food and beverage ventures, including his own line of mezcal and his own restaurant, Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill. In 2020, Keith announced that he had been diagnosed with stomach cancer. He underwent surgery and chemotherapy. Throughout his career, Keith was known for his resilience and determination. He overcome numerous challenges, including the loss of his father and the decline of the country music industry. Despite these challenges, Keith continued to produce and perform music. He released numerous albums in recent years, including 35 Miles Per Hour Town in 2015 and Peso in My Pocket 2021. Keith's music has been praised for its honesty, wit, and patriotism. He was named one of the most successful country artists of all time, with over 40 million albums sold worldwide. Toby Keith, the renowned country music singer-songwriter, passed away on February 5, 2024, at the age of 62, after a courageous battle with stomach cancer. In June 2022, Keith publicly disclosed his diagnosis, revealing that he had been undergoing chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery since late 2021. Despite the debilitating nature of his illness, Keith remained resilient and continued to perform whenever possible. He made several appearances, including pop-up shows in Oklahoma, a televised performance at the People's Choice Country Awards, and 3 sold-out shows in Las Vegas in December 2024. Keith's passing had a profound impact on his family, peers, and fans worldwide. He is survived by his wife of nearly 40 years, Trisha Lucas, and their 3 children, Shelley, Crystal, and Stellan. His family was by his side during his final moments, providing him with comfort and support. Toby Keith was not only a truly good man, but a role model for what other men should strive to be. You're truly missed. Rest in peace, big guy. If you liked today's story, comment below to let us know you want more like it. Also feel free to check out our site, graveyarddance.com, and see all our other work. You can also find our social media bar at the bottom of the page, where you can click those to become a member of the Graveyard Dance family. We can't thank you enough for watching and helping support our channel. Till next time, thanks for watching.